Hey, what's up guys? My name is Sansrold and welcome to my study room, because this no longer is my studio. It's my study room with a set of studio monitors so I can listen to music while I study. My piano is full of sheets, worksheets from chemistry and biology. I have some sheets here, and what's a study room without coffee? But I'm just fucking with you guys. This is my studio. Today we're going to be learning about music theory. As some of you guys know, I'm back in college, so I can't really make as many videos. I wish I could. But a boy's got to study and get his life in order. Okay, guys, so in today's video, we're going to learn about music theory. And the reason I want to make this video is because one of the hardest things for producers and composers out there is creating a melody that can stand on its own in a song. So a good song will have a good melody because the melody is usually that thing that people are going to remember from your song. Now, melodies can be played by various instruments in the world of music, not just EDM. It can be played by vocalists, and when people sing like I love you, that is a set of notes that are playing, and that can be considered a melody. In EDM, however, a lot of the vocals don't tend to be melodies. They tend to be more harmonies because you have a melody playing on top, which is usually the synthesizer. Now, the thing we're learning today is not a magic rule for really making a good melody, but it's more of a trick to get your melody to have that feeling. And I call this the emotional note, which is the fifth. Now, a lot of you guys, if you guys have played piano for a while, you've been producing for a while, you guys may have picked up on this. But the emotional note is the fifth note of your scale, which is usually going to be the fifth. If we're on the F minor scale, which is F, G, G sharp, A sharp, C, C sharp, D sharp, and F, which is you can have variants to that. But right there, the C is the fifth note, F is 1, G is 2, G sharp is 3, A sharp is 4, and then the F is the C is the 5. So the fifth of every scale. Now, if you guys have the Ableton push, then you have it fucking easy. Just count from the blue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're pretty much where you want to be. But if you know your scale, just count the notes till you're at the fifth note. Okay, so the emotional note is a note that it's no secret, because if you study music or study melodies, you'll tend to notice that a lot of songs that tend to have that emotional feeling or have an epic feeling to it tend to revolve around this note, which is the fifth of a note. So again, if this was the G minor scale, which is the G, A sharp, I believe it's the C, D, and the D sharp. The fifth of that scale is the D. Okay, so let me give you guys a few examples of melodies that have used this emotional note, because melodies tend to revolve around a note a lot of the times to create sort of like a theme. So one of the melodies that you guys might know is from Dimitri Vangelis and Wyman, called Payback, which revolves around that emotional note being the fifth, which sounds like this. It might take me a few tries. Alright, whatever. So that's the main portion of the melody. Again, it revolves around that C. If you can see on my screen, that is the C. So as you can see, the C and the root note are playing back and forth a lot. So that melody revolves around the root note and the fifth, which again gives you that really emotional feeling. Another melody that revolves around this one a lot that you guys might know is Howl at the Moon. Now, Howl at the Moon and this Payback melody are made in different scales. However, they kind of have a very similar pattern, that they revolve around the same two notes, the fifth and the root note, which is why Dimitri Vangelis and Wyman gave, I believe they gave Stadium X a big fucking, they pretty much called him out on it, and I can see why, because the melody revolves around the same. They use the same sort of sounds, and Dimitri Vangelis and Wyman got a little bit mad about that. But the melody of Howl at the Moon is in D minor, I believe, and it sounds like this. Let me see if I can get it. Here we go. So remember, the melody of Payback revolves around these two notes. And this is Howl at the Moon. So as you can see there, again, they both revolve around the same notes. Now, Dimitri Vangelis and Wyman, I don't feel they had any necessity to really call them out, because the fifth note, which has been used since the dawn of music, guys, is a note that a lot of composers know they can go to, the emotional note, if they ever want to create sort of like that feeling. So it's a note that you guys should really, get familiar with and should use if you guys feel that you want to create something like that. Now, don't go off and, copy the pattern or the rhythm patterns and have yourself called out, and don't copy the sounds and you will be in no trouble. Now, guys, the emotional note around, again, it's just that fifth. And really, the sense of this tutorial is for you guys to understand that every note in the scale is as important as every other note, and every note in the scale is going to help you achieve a certain sound. It's up to you guys to, just jam out on the piano and let yourself loose and find these connections, in order to create your melodies. So then in the future, you can be like, okay, I know these notes work together to create a melody, or I want to create an emotional melody. What note can I use? What can I revolve it around? So the fifth, the emotional note, it's there. And a lot of you guys may have not noticed this, but now you do. And if I wanted to create an emotional melody right now, then I'll be like, okay, I know that fifth will work. So maybe I'll be like, okay, that's a way to end it. My thing bugged out, but yeah, guys, again, revolves around the fifth, and guys, just jump out and develop some melodies with that. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. I'll try to make more videos like this in the future, hopefully in music theory, what works and what doesn't. So this was the emotional note. Again, to review, it's the fifth of the scale. It helps create emotional / epic melodies, and hopefully you guys have fun with it. Holla at the moon, payback, fuck whoever the fuck hates on each other. And don't forget to subscribe, hit like, comment with questions if you have them, and I'll see you guys next time. Wish me luck with chemistry and bio. Fuck my chem teacher, don't tell her I said that.